Hare Krishna, we are very fortunate. Today's class is given by His Grace, Pran Govinda Prabhuji, Caitanya Caritamrta, Madhya Lila, 23rd chapter from 119 onwards. Prabhuji, we are very happy to have you in our conference call, even though you have very busy schedule, but you made for us. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Please take over the call, Prabhu.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Sri Caitanya Caritamrta discourse class. We are serving under guidance of Srila Prabhupada, Madhya Lila, chapter 23, beginning text 119. In the beginning, we chant 3 times this mantra that Prabhupada has introduced us. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Can everyone hear? Is my sound is reachable?
We can hear you.
Okay. So today's verse beginning with text 119, and we're going to invoke the mercy of Guru Gauranga. Before we begin, since we don't have a purport here, I don't see. Om Jnana Timirandasa Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Caitanya Manovistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahayam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavascha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Sham Nama Om Vishnu Paradaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschatadeshatarine Vancha kalpa taruvescha kripa sindhu bhayevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah Sirupasi sanatana bhatta raghunath Sijiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath Namo Mahabadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namo. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanto Namastuti Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vrindaye Tulsi Devaye Priyaye Keshavasya Cha Vishnu Bhakti Pade Devi Sattavati Namo Namah. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Text 119. I'm grateful to all of you for allowing me to serve you all with the glorification of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. And I'm grateful to Srila Prabhupada who has given this beautiful translation. Otherwise, the world will be deprived of this ambrosial nectar. Srila Prabhupada says, after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Srimati Radharani, after he relishes, whatever is left, it became Chaitanya Caritamrta. So I always remember it's so sweet that we have the access to serve and relish that which is released by God Himself. So here the sloka goes, Tave sanatana prabhur charane dhariya nivedan kare dante trina guchalaya. Sanatana Goswami then humbly accepted his position as a lower than a piece of straw, and symbolically holding some straw in his mouth, he fell down, clasped the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and submitted the following petition. Now, many years back, I remember somebody says that we should come to this kind of humility that seeing ourselves lower than a piece of straw, in practical reality, is it possible? Yes. And I remember our discussion was that we must understand who Krishna is, and in relation to Krishna, who we are. We are part and parcel means we have no separate existence. Whatever I'm speaking now, whatever you are hearing now, even for you to have that willingness to hear, it's also inspired by Him. willingness to speak about Him, it's also by Him. Vidyate hridaya grantis chindante sarva sangsaya siyante jasya karmani drishti eva atmani ishare. When our nut in the heart is pierced and all misgiving are cut to pieces and all our karma action is terminated, finished, then we see that it is Krishna alone deserves all our credits, all the time and everywhere, every moment. We do not have anything on our own. Even ourself is insignificant, a conscious being, servant of God. We have no awareness unless He bestows mercy through a devotee. Unless He, through His Maya, encourage a karmis, outsider, that karmi has no clue. Everything is by His mercy, by His desire. Ichcha Shakti Pradhan Krishna Ichcha Sarvakarta. Caitanya Charitamrta chapter 4, it says that Krishna's desire is the prime cause of all. And He controls everything. If we are sincere and honest to ourselves, we will find nothing is our own to be claimed. It is He alone. At that time, even to speak, even to see, even to do anything, we will feel and experience our position lower than a piece of straw. This is not a metaphor, it is reality of Sanatana Goswami path's feeling, experiencing. That time, each of us also will take a straw in our mouth and we fall down and ask this question. What is the question? The next verse says, very sweet. Nicho jati nicho sevi mui supamon siddhanta sikhaila jai brahma agochar. Agochar. Even Brahma cannot understand who He is. It is not even Brahma. It is Krishna who is empowering a little insignificant jiva to act as a Brahma, to create as a Brahma, to instruct, to manifest Veda. Even in Brahma Vimahan Lila, we saw that when Brahmaji failed in Brajadham, he did not recognize. He saw the demigods appreciating, glorifying to his father, Narayan. But then he could not figure it out. Where is my father? This little boy, Nanda Maharaja's son? Can he be my father? Let me test. So you all know the pastime, how in his exploration, he actually won, apparently. And at the end of his Lila, he apparently stole the cowherd boys, stole the calves, and he didn't want to be in the scenery. He disappeared. When he went to his abode, not in Brahmaloka, but in this in the middle planetary system, above the Sumeru mountain, there is also Brahma's office is there. When he went there, he was surprised He was so surprised that he's landing with the Swan airplane and all these millions of security guard, bodyguard, planetary guard, different kind of battalion, none of them even welcoming him. First time in his life. He says, hey, you know who I am? One of the security guard in his abode, in his house. Oh, you look like our father. But we heard somebody pretend to disguise like our father. Brahmaji says, where is the head of the security? You all are my children. Ha! Now you claim you are our father. Very surprised. Our father is already inside. Brahmaji started thinking at that time, wow, there is another Brahma? Then who am I? The head of the security guard comes. Yes, can I help you, four-headed person? Four-headed person. I'm the one who gave birth to all this battalion, all these sages, everybody came from me. I'm the creator. But he's kept himself. Maybe something went wrong. Excuse me. Can I have a darshan of you, Brahmaji, for a moment? The head security says, let me see if our father is busy. Consider him as a father, not me. At the end, he escorted him. I'm trying to make it short. When he came in the Brahmapuri, he was shocked. There is a Brahma. And all these millions and billions of children, four Kumaras, Narada, all these sages, millions of other Vedic reciters, mantra reciters. There are three types of people in Brahmaloka, Prabhupada says. And they're all in love with that Brahma. Brahmaji thought, I never experienced like this. Is it I have done mistake? I misunderstood who that boy of Nanda Maharaj is? This is the beginning of the whole. I'm confused. All of a sudden, the security head says, time is up. You need to go out. Brahmaji started worrying, started contemplating. Am I Brahma or am I nothing? Nobody even knows. Am I insignificant? Then, of course, it's a big, long pastime. At the end, he realized he had five types of darshan, where Krishna was alone, taking some yogurt and chicked rice on his left hand, and which is not proper way to honor prasadam, at least as a god, supreme god. And while he's walking is another problem. The Shastra doesn't say that he should eat while walking, especially God. And so many, five darshan. Then later on he saw another set of boys, another set of cups. Then he saw another darshan that each banana peel, even anything and everything, the picnic lunch bag, everything turn into an individual universe. And each universe has a Narayan. And each universe, Narayan is being worshipped by all these billions. He was overwhelmed. Oh my gosh, this Krishna is the origin of all Narayan and origin of all. So one by one, he went overwhelmed. He could not anymore stay in the sky on the swan. He fell at Brajadham. He started praying. So here this verse, Prabhupada translate, that you have taught me conclusion unknown even to Lord Brahma. What to be surprised? And who am I, Pran Govinda Das, insignificant? A soul trying to grasp, but it is only alone Brahma Krishna deserves the credit. Anything that we have, or even to understand, it is by his mercy. Literally, we do not have anything on our own. So this is a very proper way that Sanatana Goswami Pad appealed. My dear Lord, I am a very low-born person. Low-born in a sense, there is no eligibility. I don't fit anywhere. Indeed, even though Sanatana Goswami Pad, he comes from actually Saraswata Brahmana, though he was working for a Muslim government, but he comes from a long time back. I studied, I remember, under the guidance of our devotees in Mayapur. By their mercy, came to know that this Saraswata Brahmana is one of the top class Brahmana who was master on 18 philosophy, 18 Vidya. And Sanatana Goswami is that figure, but he considers himself low-born person. I'm a servant to low-born people. What this Nawab Hussain Shah, the governor, the king of that he was serving, how can he be the servant of low-born? That's some pastime. But the feeling, experience that Sanatana Goswami Pad has, if we can develop that feeling, but not develop by the mercy of bhakti, if we can serve Vaishnavas, we can develop that willingness to do something that will bring pleasure to Guru and Krishna today. What am I willing to give up something that will bring also pleasure to Guru Krishna? If these two ideas constantly contemplating every day possible, we'll come to this point. Prabhupada translate, I am very, very downtrodden. Nonetheless, you have taught me conclusion upon even to Lord Brahma, unknown to even to Lord Brahma. This is very nice, very sweet, very, we can literally talk whole day about it. But I noticed that we, from last 2 weeks to here, it passed so many verses, so I have to cover, I guess, few more verses. Or I'm not sure what's the criteria, but nonetheless, we'll go on by your mercy. 121. Tumi je kahila e siddhantamrita sindhu moro mana chuite nare ihar ek bindu. The conclusion that you have told me are the ocean of ambrosia of truth. My mind is unable to approach even a drop of that ocean. So what is that ocean he gave? That is so tasty. To a hungry man, you don't have to ask for food. You give him the plate, he will eat. How come we are not hungry for this Siddhanta? And this Sanatana Goswami Pad, what he gave in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, what he gave in Haribhakti Vilas, what he gave in Dasami Tippani, the most nectarian. Srila Prabhupada says, anybody is interested to understand devotion, devotee, and devotional object of worship, Krishna, must read this book, Srila Prabhupada says. It's in Adi Lila, chapter 5, 36. You will see in the purport Prabhupada, one must read, because if you want to understand the Sanatana Goswami Pad, what he gave, in a basic understanding that if we want to achieve the goal of life, we must do sadhana. And to do sadhana, you must understand the Sambandha Gyan of Sanatana Goswami Pad. The sixth question. Who am I? What is my relation with God? Who God is? And what is God's relationship with me? What is God's relationship with material nature? Maya, dead matter, two things. And what is material nature's relationship with God? And the fifth question is, what is the duty and relationship of the material nature to me? And what is my duty or relationship with the material nature? In these 6 questions, you have understand thoroughly and start seeing it every day, then your Sambandha Gyan is maturing. In order to destroy the false ego, you have to develop a strong sword, which is sharpened by bhakti, devotion, and cut down the foundation of your desire, of your five things. There is a verse in 11th canto that the verse goes, Amula etad, Amula etad, Amula etad, yes, Bahurupa Rupitam. Amula etad Bahurupa Rupitam. That false ego has no deep root in our constitutional structure. So false ego actually can be uproot. Actually it doesn't have a root even. Amula. Mula means root. Amula means no root. It is just standing there. But it requires a force to knock it down and you get out of it. Then you are free. And you will feel what Sanatana Goswami Path is feeling. And you will be drawn into ecstasy. But where this false ego is Bahurupa Rupitam, made many forms, where it says that Mano Vacha Prana Sarira Karma. It is through the mind, Vacha, through your thinking, speaking, hearing, through your prana, the life air that carrying the soul from one body to another body, sarira, and this body that we have taken now, which is the result of previous karma, and karma. Karma boils down to separate interest from Krishna. So if these 5 goes away, how this can go? In a simple way, 2 things we have to do. We have to accept the servant position of a servant. If we follow Srila Prabhupada, if we follow our Guru Srila Prabhupada and the entire Guru Pran to all the way to Krishna, when we bow down, pay obeisances, this Dandavat, paying obeisances, reaches not to the feet of your Guru only. His Guru, His Guru, His Guru, all the way to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada says this in the introduction of Caitanya Caritamrta. engage in devotional service of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then, if you have these two things, you can get out of false ego. For sure. This is how it's explained. Then we will be able to, when we help ourselves to that situation, we will be able to help others to also come along and get out of this illusory entangled trap. Problem with the trap that it never ends. You can go on forever. There's no chance of going back home, back to body. You can just stay here. Life after life, at the end, you go to enter into Vishnu's body, to the Mahavishnu's body, and you can sleep there forever. And then someday you will come. Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. Nobody knows. We're doomed. Finish. There is enjoyment in illusion, ignorance. There is enjoyment in wakeful, pure goodness. We are shooting for experiencing happiness in loving service while we are conscious, aware. There is also unconscious happiness, like a deep sleep. When you go to deep sleep, you come out, you say, oh, I had a good time, good sleep. How do you know? You are not aware. So there is a happiness, some trace of this is promoted by a lot of religious society in this world. We are not interested of happiness in, because a good logic, who was experiencing? If you don't have any memory, who was experiencing? How do you know it is higher than this? But conscious happiness, you can compare. That's why Krishna consciousness and bhakti is higher than all other ideas. The next verse. অঙ্গ না চাইতে যদি হয় তোমার মন বড় দেহ মর মাথে ধরিয়া চরণ. If you want to make a lame man like me dance, kindly bestow your transcendental blessings by placing your lotus feet on my head. This is proper. If we can develop this understanding, this is reality. If somebody cannot see this reality, it means that person is still under illusion, partly, partially, or fully. It depends how much he believes, how much he or she believes this. In reality, we do not have actually anything on our own, as I started today class with that idea, that everything, it's only by the mercy of Krishna that we are able to speak. Then you may say, whoa, then we have no existence. Yes, we have existence eternally. But it is so insignificant. It has no power on its own. By its own right, you do not exist. You exist because of Krishna exist. Part does not exist without the whole. But the whole can claim exists without the part also. This is very interesting. So we always should try to see everything by the grace of Krishna, everything related with Krishna. And Krishna is eternally compassionate. If we can hold on to this, inside your heart you will feel happy. And you can go on spiritual path very peacefully while you are in the material world. No need to blame anybody. While you are progressing, try to help and serve others. This pleases Krishna. We are interested what pleases Krishna. We are not even, one time one devotee asked Prabhupada, I want to please Krishna. Prabhupada said, we are not interested to please Krishna. We are interested what pleases Krishna first, more important. Then do that. If Arjuna Arjuna did not want to fight in the beginning in Bhagavad Gita we hear. Well, that is due to false ego. Okay. But if Arjuna would come, say, okay, I'm going to fight. I know how to fight. That is also false ego. Not to fight is false ego, and I can fight is also false ego. But to align with Krishna, okay, you want me to fight, I'll fight, my Lord. That is real position. That is proper, what Sanatana Goswami explained. We cannot claim I can fight, nor we can say I don't want to fight. We are aligned with Krishna means nimitta matra. Nimitta. Become an instrument and serve Krishna under Guru's guidance. It's wonderful. That is the best. So here Sanatana Goswami says, if you want to make me layman like me dance, kindly bestow your thanks and blessing by placing your lotus feet on my head. Srila Prabhupada said the same thing in his own word. Nachao Prabhu, nachao. If like a puppeteer, make the puppet dance as he desires. And Prabhupada saw himself that everything arranged by Krishna and his Guru Maharaj. He said he was always with his Guru Maharaj. He never missed. Ganesha Prabhu asked Prabhupada, when I offer something in the altar to your photo, how do I know you are accepting? Prabhupada said, that's not difficult. When I offer, my Guru Maharaj is with me, he is taking. I offer, he takes. So if you can develop that too. This is very secret. Suddha satta visheshatma prema sujjangsa sammabhat ruchibis chittamasrina vidosha bhavochate. Suddha satta. Where is Suddha satta? Pure goodness. Everywhere. Sattam vishuddham vasudeva sabditam ayate puman apabritam satte cha tasmin bhagavan. So satta, this Suddha satta, pure goodness, everywhere. In the Hiranyakashipu demon who was involved with Tama and Raja of material modes, passion and ignorance, the satta also was there. Shuddha satta also was there. Without Shuddha satta, God doesn't exist. God doesn't exist in three modes. Always in Shuddha satta. So when he punched with his fist to the pillar, Hiranyakashipu, a sound came and then finally Nishingadev came out from the pillar. Shuddha satta was there. The Raja Tamagun was there, pillar was there. His perception, no God, is also there. The Rajagun, I am going to show that I am more powerful, it's also there. Sattagun, to perceive something is also Sattagun is there. So three modes was there and Shuddha satta also there side by side. Wherever there is a clash, Shuddha satta wins. But within three modes, sometimes they loses and win. But with Shuddha satta, there is no such thing. Shuddha satta above everything. So this is very nice. So Srila Prabhupada's mood was like this. That he was not doing, he was just willing to serve. That's all we can do. Desire. Two things we have. Eternally. At least now, while we are practicing here, one is, I have a control or I have a power to position my attitude. Seeing myself as a servant of the servant, that I can hold. I have control on the attitude. And I can endeavor. These two things we can do. I cannot control other attitude or their intention, but I can control my attitude, my intention. I can check. And my endeavor, I can pursue that. These only two things we can do in our present life. And if we can align this with our Guru Krishna's advice and encouragement, then we are successful. This is what it is. Hongo na chaite jodi hoy tumar mon, bor deho more na dhariya charan. Mui je sikhailo tore, spuruk sakala, ei tumar bor hoite hobe mor bolo. Sanatana Goswami Pad says, now, will you please tell me, let whatever I have instructed all be fully manifested unto you. By blessing me in this way, you will give me the strength to describe all this. In America, they say you can bring the horse to the water, but you cannot force him to drink. So, the Devotees Association, Srila Prabhupada's gift, everything is there. But willingness to serve, it's an individual conscious choice that we should have all the time. Then life is success. So it's already 45 minutes. And maybe because last time we had a long discussion, so maybe we can have 10 minutes, 15 minutes discussion. Will that be okay, Mata?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. The class was very, very inspiring. Always your class is very inspiring. Prabhuji, also the one thing, if you want to go one verse also, that's fine. It's up to the speaker. It's not necessary. We need to cover the certain verses. We'll be very happy.
Say it again. Can you repeat that again?
It's not necessary. We need to cover certain verses. The speaker, their desire, how many verses they want to cover.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. I'll remember next time.
Yes, Prabhuji. If you want to go detail in one verse also, that would be okay for us. Deep, if you want to go in deep. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. These all the verses is very important. And the things, I have one question, Prabhuji. Mostly, in myself, I'm trying to be always, try to be in the false ego is there always. When I'm trying to serve, when I listen the lecture and then I think I should be like that, but the time situation comes, the action is it's very difficult to show that action, Prabhuji. Most of the time we act in false ego. How we understand or try to be more humble, Prabhu?
Recently I was in Alachua, Florida. Right now I am in Mason, I guess Mason, near Canada border, 5 minutes from Canada border. Right at this moment I am with Beda Priya Swami and other few devotees. We are traveling. We are going to go to Canada today and then traveling anyway. So when I was in Alachua, it was very interesting. One Mataji, she gives a seminar. And now you cannot ask me where this from. I can only tell you, I mean, I don't know the reference, but she came up with this, that false ego. Her name is Devaki Dashi. She does seminar, you can see online also. She was there. She told me that for a ladies, if they accept their husband's subordination, and consider the husband as a master all the time, then on all family decision, then her false ego will dissolve. So I asked her, I said, this is interesting, but where do you come up? How did you come up? I need some reference. She said, no, but this is true. I said, okay. If you find a reference, Shastri, let me know. But this is okay. Then there was so many Matajis also there, so many Prabhupada's disciples also there. I guess they kind of accepted like that. And then she said that the man can also dissolve this false ego from tolerating by cooperating with other God brothers and other devotees. No complaint. Now that I have a verse, Prabhupada quote also there. So this is her way of explaining. But what I understood from the Shastra, that origin, Swaruparteto hina nija sukha puran Krishna vimukhan, that verse explains that the moment we misuse our free will, this is my translation, what I understand from that. The moment we misuse our free will to serve, free will is eternally with us. This is a function of chit potency, desire and free will. These two things eternally with us. But not a free, of course, free will, I want you to understand, is not everywhere is same way. Like in the jail, I still have a free will if I am in a prison, but that free will has a limited. Like they will serve me 12 o'clock lunch. If I say I'm not hungry, I will eat at 2. Sorry, there is no lunch. They serve at 12 and you eat at 12 or no. That's it. So free will is kind of like I can eat whenever I want in the jail or prison. It doesn't work that way. If inmate sometimes beat up, I cannot go and file complaint to the court or go anywhere. It don't work. And anybody knows about American prison because personally I went there to teach. We'd go there every Saturday. I don't go now, but many devotees go. But sometimes we go and teach, preach to the prisoner inmate. And we made actually few devotees. And so we learn all these things. So the free will, when we say free will, I don't want the audience to misunderstand that. Free will that we identify here is different than free will in spiritual world. Conscious choice is different. Because here it's conditional and it's difficult to understand what free will they have. Because free will is without free will, how do you serve? It is conscious choice. Krishna always gives, encourages, but we have to be willing to serve. It is eternally there. So when we misuse our free will, then apathy to devotional service is born. From that, the downturn, impersonalism born, depression take place. So that moment, the moment of misuse of free will, is the birthplace of false ego. False ego means a ego which binds me with the dead matter. This dead matter has two concepts. One is subtle, one is gross. Subtle is the mind, the material mind, material intelligence, all this. And then the gross is the 5 elements, sense objects. So it binds. This is called Hridaya Granthi. When spiritual practice, mercy of Guru comes, he pokes that Hridaya Granthi, the heart nuts. And then we here. This is the first initiation. Initiation means You engage in devotional service, hearing, chanting, and remembering. And then when you grow further, then you take second initiation. Second initiation means you engage in archanam. First is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Daishyam, Shakam, Atma Nivedanam. The second initiation means you start with Archanam, Vandanam. Then, if you progress further, then you Shakam, Atma Nivedanam. The surrender causing you to be in relationship, like Shakam, Daishyam, Vatsalam, like this. So there is a gradual process. Wherever we are, we can see where we are. But gradual process doesn't mean you give up the first thing. First thing of Savan Kirtan is eternal. All the coward boys, all the time they want to hear about more and more about Krishna. Because they have so much to say, so much to hear. They are eager as much to say. It's a natural. So we keep growing, and then when at one point you will see that you will be talking like Sanatana Goswami Pad. That time absence of false ego. But you think you have false ego. This is the dilemma. When Mother Devotee gave birth to Kapil Dev. Now, when a Supreme Personality of Godhead takes birth from your womb, you have no false ego. But she prayed, "Oh my Lord," to her son, "Please give me a chance so that I don't have false ego, my heart is goodness, pure goodness." So Kapil Dev smiled. Why he smiled? Because her heart is the absence of false ego. So when a devotee like mother like you asks a question, I don't know where your position is. Maybe you are out of false ego. Or maybe you are practicing and you are afraid of false ego. You want to be aligned on the subordination. As long we remember, as I can say where I am, because I am still fallen, and I want to always be under subordinate guidance of my Guru Krishna, follower of Prabhupada, and follower of Guru Parampara, then false ego disappear. And Krishna says about false ego in 1858, Bhagavad Gita, that as long you ask yourself, in the audience I'm also asking, everybody ask yourself, do you feel happy to hear about Krishna? If answer is yes, then yes, I want to hear about Krishna. Tell me more. Then absence of false ego. Humility is born from there. But if I am thinking, oh, when the class will be over, then I can do what I want. Then false ego is still there. These are like a very practical way we can see. I don't know if I am answering exactly what you have in mind, something, Mata.
Yes, Prabhuji, it's almost a lot of sense is there, Prabhu. And also I like the way you describe Shravanam, Kirtanam and Archanam. Yeah, this is also very good, the gradual development, how we can understand where we are in now. Yes, Prabhuji. It's not the artificially we just be in the higher platform, but we can understand our position, and then we can realize where we are in. And also that is also very true. You share the point for us, the Matajis to be subordinate under the husband's submissive. That's a very practical, yes, Prabhuji. Thank you for sharing all the point. Hare Krishna, is there any comment or question for Prabhuji that you would have?
Or correction.
Correction.
or correction.
Yeah, you can. Others can go.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mata.
Yeah, thank you for another wonderful class. This point about how Matajis can be become rid of or devoid of their false ego by following the husband. So this is the age of Kali Yuga. We're not in Vedic society. And because of that, a woman might be married to a husband who may be of a less evolved consciousness than her own. In fact, the wife might be Krishna conscious and the husband not. So it seems like in such cases where if the woman has a superior consciousness to the man, it doesn't seem so practical to try and rid oneself of one's false ego by following the husband. So can you comment on that, please?
The idealistic Vedic culture, man in general, man, body, soul, should always be more advanced than the wife. And in Vedic culture, a Vaishya should not marry upper class woman who is more advanced. Now, this can happen. I'm not trying to challenge anybody or anything. But the standard should be the man should do more austerity, do more sadhana, become more advanced so he can help the wife and children. It is natural. Now, if by misfortune a man is rather slower, and this is also I'm seeing it, being honestly I'm speaking to you, I'm traveling now a lot, that even last week we were in a house, so we won't say the name, but this Mataji is more advanced than Prabhu. And so he asked me one time, Prabhuji, I want to advance. I said, yes, you have a help already. Your wife is already advancing more than you. And take advantage of her association and grow. Any association can promote you to advance more, take it. But of course, you have to be careful. Not personal interest should intervene. It is for the pleasure of Guru Krishna. And we have to be, because in conditional stage, it is not like pre-mixing of anything. But in certain cases also Prabhupada did mention in Kardama Muni's case and Devahuti, Mother Devahuti. When Kardama Muni was about to leave, Mother Devahuti realized that her husband was so advanced, sage. But she felt like I was so close to him, maybe I did not understand his great position in spiritual aspect, and I treated him just like a normal husband. So this also revealed by her, and she said, I feel that I did not probably respect you. Well, you are so advanced. But nonetheless, the husband was so compassionate, should be. And Srila Prabhupada made a comment that as soon Kardamani told Devahuti that you get what I have, spiritual wealth, 50% automatically transferred to you. So she was overwhelmed. She was crying. She said, yes, I'm getting all this spiritual benefit without myself endeavoring. But sometimes it's difficult. What to talk about Kardama Muni, that's, I don't know, maybe a million years back. But I'm talking about within last 100 years. Bhaktivinoda Thakur's wife, Mother Bhagavati, she is very advanced Mataji. But she went to see Gaur Kushadhar Babaji. So Babaji says, oh Mother, you came with your daughter. What is the need of coming here in Navadvip from Calcutta? Said, Baba, you are so advanced. You are a great soul. Please give me blessing because I am a family lady. I don't have advancement. So Guru Kushadhar Babaji says, he says, if you have a beautiful deity in your house, why you need to go to market to worship the market temple? Market temple means in the what you call common community temple. In India is like that. In my village also there is in our market there was a Radha Krishna temple. And also in our house we had a temple my mother would worship more than my father. And so I could relate when I heard this. And then Mother Bhagavati asked, what do you mean? He said, you don't know your husband Bhaktivinoda Thakur is the eternal associate of Srimati Radharani. He is a very exalted soul, but he's acting as a husband. So maybe some or other illusion is intervening in between so that you cannot see his exalted position. She thanked him and took his blessing and came back and paid more attention to her husband than before. She is already exalted. But then she realized that, wow, Krishna is so kind that he gave me position to serve that great exalted position. So sometime in our family matters, something we cannot see, just like Jadav Charya, his wife was such an exalted devotee, he could recognize, and he told Ramanujacharya that I am so fortunate, Gurudev, that by your mercy, your disciple who happened to come as my wife is more advanced than me. So sometimes husband may recognize, sometimes wife may recognize, sometimes they may not recognize. So there many issues are involved. But it is all by the mercy we can. So whoever comes in our life, if we can see them through spiritual vision, but one thing that if we can always make sure that we don't commit offense to our spouse, then possible we can see their spiritual position, spiritual development. Because of offense,
sorry, you said if we do not what?
Commit offense.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of like Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote a song, Amaro bolite Prabhu ar pichu nai, Tumi amar matro pita bandhu bhai, bandhu dara suta. Anyway, the whole song is so sweet. You'll cry when you hear this. It's a surrender that you see your wife as a maid servant of Krishna. See your husband as a servant of Krishna. See your children. Then you will feel happy to be with them and serve them. This mental attitude has to be developed in the family life. Then you will mystically perceive the Golok Vrindavan appears in your house, in your family life. But of course, I can say it easily. Did I see it in my family life? It was hard. I'm being honest to you. I could not see. Now, will I be able to see it now if I again go for family? Possible, but I lost the taste. But if somebody actually can see it, Bhaktivinoda Thakur saw. That's why only just few years before he left this world, he took Babaji initiation of renunciation. But renunciation is not required for everybody to be advancing in spiritual life. The problem of my mind is that I could not see my wife and children. They are actually Krishna's servant, maid servant. Is Krishna given me a chance to serve? What does that mean? Means I have to get involved, make sure all the bhogo is offered before they eat. If they cannot cook, I should cook. If they cannot keep the house clean as a temple, I should get involved cleaning a temple. Then some man will tell, already some devotee told me, I don't have time. I said, then get someone to help you. But service attitude has to be there. If sannyasi comes to your house, you want to make sure everything is pakka. But why not your family member who are also advanced? Now, if I cannot see it, then it's my fault. But in their constitutional position, every soul has a relationship with Krishna. Few things we must remember. That every soul has a particular quality that Krishna gave only for Krishna to relish as a beloved and that soul as a lover, holding that love. So Krishna will be happy if I can help that particular soul came in my life. So positioning myself always as a servant of the servant and act on it, it's required. And actually, if anybody act, believe me, now I'm trying and I see I am more happier than ever before because I'm trying only. The real happiness of spiritual life we can experience in our household life or whatever ashram we are in. If we can position ourselves to serve the Vaishnavas, family member as a Vaishnavas. The false ego comes in between what causes all this. There is no less or more of husband and wife. Krishna has given. Even you could not meet somebody in this world without sanction of Krishna. If you happen to meet a person who happen to be your husband or wife, it is only by their sanction. What's the best thing I can do? Give them Krishna. When you give them Krishna, try to give them Krishna, you will be mystically experience Krishna's presence in you while you're giving them. It is such an excitement. Wow. You will cry for Krishna's mercy. Why? You are so merciful, Prabhu. And the whole problem is solved of material existence. No need to give up anything. Everything is wonderful. Even in middle of the night, when this person was showing knife to Prabhupada and he says, I can kill. Prabhupada told him, put it down, chant. You'll be happy. But Prabhupada was experiencing that happiness. He was chanting. Nobody else in the room. That's why he did not feel threatened. Even though the guy was with the knife and he's going around in front of Prabhupada with the knife. So the point is not that we need to face the trouble. No. This material world is made of trouble. We don't need to face any trouble. But seeing Krishna, focusing on Krishna in the challenge, it's an opportunity because intensity will come. It is not easy to get intensity to pray to Krishna that I need. When trouble comes, it's an opportunity to create our own future by evoking Krishna now. So in ultimate sense, all husband and wife, they are the best friend because they can help each other to go back. And in 7th canto, later chapter, first 10th chapter is Prahlad and Nishingadev. After Nishingadev left, the 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, these chapters, one is the ideal family life. One of the purport, Prabhupada says, if a devotee experience his progression in Krishna consciousness due to the family member, then he can arrange to take the whole family to spiritual world and live with them in Golok Vrindavan. Isn't it beautiful? But of course, each devotee has their personal issues they are handling. Hopefully, we can only do encourage them to help whoever comes in their life, whether it's a family member or friend, everything. Because in one lecture, you'll see Prabhupada says Actually it's in the purport Bhagavatam. Prabhupada says, when a soul comes near a devotee and Krishna from within the soul says, go take shelter of him, go take shelter of him. And Krishna within the heart of that devotee says, give him mercy, give him mercy. It is Krishna who is encouraging. Now if I don't want to serve my family member, that means I am actually, Krishna is encouraging, but I'm not listening. I'm going on my own. Yes, in that case, Krishna created a separate world called false ego or Maya. I'm sorry, I went off here, there. Are you there?
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just went off a little here, there.
No. I mean, I appreciate, or I was trying to appreciate what you were saying, trying to understand. One point of clarification I can try to understand is, so you were saying that, let's say you use the example of, if family members aren't or are slacking, let's say, in keeping up with the cleanliness of the house. So if you see your family members as devotees, then your attitude will be what, to clean the house for them? Is that
they are devotees, yes.
Yeah, they're devotees, but if at the same time, as if I'm thinking of the role of a parent, right, who is supposed to be instructing, children about cleanliness. So in that case, would you still want to clean the house for them?
What I understand from our Acharya's teachings, and actually I'm trying to apply also, and it works. There is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrta, it says, Apani achari dharma jitke sikhai, apani na koile dharma sikhano na jai. If I want to see something in you, first I have to see that things in me. If I want children to learn cleaning, I have to keep myself in cleanliness always and show them how to clean, and it pleases Krishna. If you keep your room clean, you will have a clean mind, clean. If I do this, then automatically they will see. They learn. Children learn more seeing than hearing, even though we need to tell them, yes. Now, exception is always there. I'm not saying everybody has to. There's the individual case is different. But the principle is that if I cannot learn how to tolerate and I'm telling others to tolerate, it won't have an effect. I can tell them. So if I keep myself clean always, my mind, my heart, and then the room, then I can say, see, this is by cleaning this, and they see, oh, my mommy is very happy, my daddy is happy. They watch. My parents are happy. My mother loves to cook for me. My mother loves to take me to school. My mother, not like, come on, I don't have time, come on, get in. Oh, it's like rushing. So I asked this devotee, I said, you are giving so much. Yes, Prabhu. I said, what are you giving? What do you mean? I give my time to my boss. I give my time to my husband. I give my time to children. I'm giving. I said, but what are you giving? Are you happy with Krishna? Are you chanting in the morning before everybody gets up? Are you really happy experiencing this happiness? If you are not experiencing happiness, what are you giving? You cannot give something you don't have. From my own experience, I get up early morning. Just recently for my training, I'm out, but for last 30 years, 35 years, every day I would get up. I'm not bragging about it, but practically I'm saying it is possible. Because I want it. And I would work every day, 10 hours, then come back and have a Harikatha in somebody's house. So it is possible. What we are discussing, it is possible. But my point is that, yes, we would like to teach them, but make sure also myself that I actually teach them what I am actually maintaining in my life. Then it will affect. Very mystical. Then that devotee told me that, I don't have a time to chant. I said, you can get up early. Take little struggle. And then if you are happy in your spiritual life, then they will see the effect. Well, I tell you honestly, it's only about 1 year, 6 months, maybe 1 year, 5 months. Her husband told me she is more happy than ever. She's more joyful, no complaint. He said, now I am in trouble. I said, why you are in trouble? He said, because I am not so happy like her. I said, do the same thing. Spiritual life is real. Krishna consciousness is reality. It exists. That happiness exists. Even outside pressure, it's like it does not affect. You can stay happy while facing bigger struggle. This is the art of Krishna conscious living, fading the material life. It is not impractical, it is practical. But there is a little art of doing it. First thing is willingness to do. But I agree with you. That time we don't have to clean their room. They will be excited to clean their room. When they see, okay, my mother is happy, my father is happy, they're maintaining this, okay, I want to have a clean room. Then you help, they will clean, they will maintain.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Almost time. You have still time, Prabhu, for more question, or we can end the call now?
That's good. I think we'll end this because Maharaj, they are waiting for Prasadam downstairs. I need to go down.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving.
Thank you, Mata.
Valuable association. We are looking forward
Please.
to more classes.
Thank you for your answers, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll end with this, just chanting one time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And please accept my humble obeisances. Bancha kalpataru vishwajita sindhave.